Hello everyone! We are a little bit scuffed today. Because we've been in a bit of a... We've had a bit of a weird morning. So today's stream is a little bit scuffed. But we are hopping in to a game 3 against a Dark Galaxy player. That's kind of where we're at right now. That's how, like, super scuffed this is. But don't worry, we'll... After we're done with this game, we'll probably get kicked out after this game. And then we can go ahead and do our regular stream intro and stuff. But let's see what happens here. So we did lose game 1. He went first. We couldn't make a board that really did much. And then he just OTK'd us. We didn't have any traps. Game 2, we went first. He just set a bunch of monsters, and then we OTK'd him on turn 3. So we've each OTK'd each other on turn 3, just to catch you up. And that's where we are right now. I mean, that's cool. We only have one discard right now. There's no... I mean, we could summon. Discard that. Summon... Get that back. I kind of like that as a play, so we'll go Eve. Activate Eve. Send this. Get a double draw. Oh, that's interesting as well, because that means we could potentially get... Go for the double discard. I think we probably do that. We'll go Klein just to get the extra value of Klein. Add Oblivion back. Activate the skill. Double ditch Oblivion. We still don't have fusion access is the most annoying part of this. So even if, like, we do get a play going, but even if we take fusion here, it doesn't do anything. Because we don't have any of the fusion material. Oh, this is pretty rough. This is pretty rough. I mean, we have to add something. I actually think Boat might be the go-to here. So we're going to go ahead and make a Boat. I don't think we're using Leica, realistically. So I think we're just going to summon it now. We'll go ahead and tribute both of these off. Summon out the Boat. Activate Boat. I mean... There's no reason to not just take back an Oblivion here, right? And then it comes down to, like, are we summoning the Oblivion? Or are we just going to hold the Oblivion for next turn? Summoning the Oblivion probably makes more sense. It's just, like, kind of awkward as all. I don't think we use the Meteor Charge here. Because one, if he is playing back row hate, that means it increases the odds that we're in a good spot. And we can't... Like, we're not going to get a ton of value off it here, realistically. Like, we would have got, like... What, 500 damage there? I guess, technically, we would have got, like, 26 plus 5. That's 31, which, like, is a threatening amount. Hello, Tomato. We're talking about the Rush news. We will be eventually, but right now we're doing Angel Cup. You sound like you've got a cold. I don't... it might be like hay fever more than a cold, like very mild hay fever, but like, nah, there's no cold. Somehow missed all the 7+ Rhynac fusions. Damn, I know. We've got the entire extra deck is just full of just toolbox Rhynac fusions, and yet we haven't found any of the materials. Even though we had the Leica, right? We even had the Leica ready to go, but we still couldn't make it. Okay, so he's popped our board, which is like a little bit annoying. Then what, he's going to summon a boss? Oh no, we're going to go for a globule. Ooh. So he's got that in the graveyard as well, so he can go for the Theogonia Cry... Wait. Does he not have fusion? Did he forget he didn't have fusion? He does not have fusion. I mean, that's kind of the thing that's holding us back as well, to be fair. If we activate the skill, we discard Boat, we get a draw. What is the rest of this doing anyway? We summon, use Boat, get back to discard Oblivion. That is the line. There's nothing better here. The only downside is we won't yet have that in the graveyard, so we won't get full value, but that's fine. So we're going to go Pale, we're going to go Leica, we're going to go Plora. Because we know that has 0 defense as well, so we can just change it to attack position. Then we'll go ahead and activate Galactica Fusion Roar. We're not even going to need the fusion, right? We're going to have, what, 32, and then this is going to be 26, which is 58. So we're 100 off lethal, so if we draw any monster, we just win. So going for a fusion doesn't really change anything. Are you kidding me? Did we actually just do that? Did we actually just do that? I mean, we're still fine, but, like, that is such a joke. Alright, we're doing this either way, right? We're going to go Secret Order, bring back Oblivion. We'll go ahead and flip over our Meteor Charge. We'll click this. We'll change the Globule to attack position. We will then, I don't know, set this. Go to battle. Swing over this. Swing over this. That is so annoying. Like, that was like, there is, like, such a small percentage chance we don't just instantly win the game. And the deck went, oh, don't worry about it. We got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 1 spell trap left in the deck. How many bosses do we have left in the deck? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we still have 2 bosses left in the deck. Right, if we somehow lose this game, I'm going to be so upset. The question is he playing trap cards? I don't think we've seen any from him. No, actually, that's a lie. He's playing Compulse, I think. I'm pretty sure he's playing Compulse, because there was a delay in game 1. I was playing from the phone, so it's very awkward. Alright, Corridor comes down. Still no fusion engraved, but he might have one in hand. Adds the Prophet, which means he must have it in hand, right? He must have it in hand. Prophet into Chrysaor. Chrysaor effect mills the Compulse. We don't know if he's playing any of the traps. We knew he had the Compulse. We don't know about anything else. Pale Rider comes down, so I'm going to assume we have the fusion in hand. We don't have the fusion. Oh, okay, we're just going for the Theogonia play? Ah, okay, we were just going for this just to find the fusion to mill. Okay. So now this is what? This is an easy Theogonia Chrysaor, and then it's like, are we doing anything beyond that? If he ends on a Chrysaor and no back row, we have lethal on board, so... Galaxy Mirror. I mean, kind of, right? He's playing a different attribute, but... A non-generic skill. Skill somehow ends up summoning Harpy. Exactly, that's the best way to do it. Galaxy is Galaxy! I'm not sure that holds water, Sakadetsu, if I'm being honest. This last card is the only thing that worries me. What is this last card that you've got? Like, I have lethal, depending on what this card is. If he sets a back row, I'm going to be like, ugh! Mind you, no, it doesn't even matter, because we can just... Yeah, we're fine. We have lethal. Everything is fine. We win. And we have lethal on board. Like, the only scare... Because if he set a back row, like, there was a world in which we had to go Plasma, he used Riding, and then we couldn't kill. Based on the hand that we drew, right? Alright, victory report. Alright, our opponent hasn't said anything to us, so I don't know if we need to GG him. But, hello everyone, welcome to another Tomato Sauce stream! Today we're playing in the Angel Cup, and then we will be going over some of the new stuff that we did get this week, including Yuka Goha being soft announced for Duel Links, which is very, very exciting. We should go through and say hello to everyone in chat, but first things first, I should actually make sure that our next match isn't immediately ready, because it might be, and I think we're against Ursus. Oh. Ursus, why do you have to do this to me, man? All you had to do was lose your game, and then we wouldn't have to play against Ursus, but instead... We just got Ursus. Okay, let's go ahead and cover this up again, because we can do that. We have the ability. Aha. So we're waiting for our opponent to confirm his loss. Utopia, if not yellow button OTK, very low mid, if not less. It depends, right? Because the skill could be crazy, right? It doesn't necessarily have to just kill your opponent, but that's like the easiest. Like the easiest slam dunk is like the skill gives you piercing on like all your fire warriors or something, right? Okay, so that is going to be our match confirmed. We'll be jumping into play against Ursus. Ursus is going to bully us. We're going to feel really bad. And that's all hunky-dory. I'm sure Ursus won't mind waiting as well whilst I go ahead and post that the stream is live. So that's something we haven't done yet. It's a little bit late, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. Hello, Giorfio. Welcome, welcome. Oh no, I forgot. Also, hello to my... Hello, hello, hello. We should actually just go and say hello to everyone that's in the chat right now, really. But we should also be prioritizing sorting out the room and making sure that's all hunky-dory. Is that Dwan I see in the chat as well? Hello, hello. We've also got a nerd named BT. Always a pleasure, always a pleasure. Who else have we got in here? We have Promanicus, we've got Jared King, we've got Ursus, who's going to be looking at our hand and cheating for shoresies. Basically, if ever we lose to a member of the community, it's because they were looking at the stream and cheating, right? Even if they're not actually looking at the stream and cheating, they're looking at the stream and cheating, right? That's always the fallback on method. Go ahead and post that. Who else have we got in the chat? We've got Sakadetsu, we have Shinsei Goat, we have Julius Caesar, we have Gunkin Shusip Shari, we have Ghost Amigo. We've got everyone. Everyone's here. Everyone's here. Everyone's here. We have Darth Victor as well. Welcome, welcome. What are you playing? We are just playing Light Galaxy. We're trying a slightly different build of Light Galaxy. The idea is we're trying to play a build that's going to be a little bit better into Dark Galaxy, but it hasn't really come up yet. So I don't know. We're just testing. We're just testing stuff right now, right? Susch. He runs no removal, just save the traps for when you 100% die, and obviously he runs no traps, so it's fair game for Gamba OTK. And there is Ursus in the game, so we will go ahead and get this out of your way so that we can start the game, and then you can watch us lose to Ursus in a spectacular fashion. Unfortunately, we are going to have ads in a minute. I haven't had a chance to run the ads to get rid of them for like the next hour, but after this game finishes, we will just run a bunch of ads so that the ads will just go away for like an hour. That's going to be the plan. That's going to be the plan. Yo, Rush Tourney. Yes, this is a Rush Tourney. We are competing. Once we get knocked out, which will probably be this round, we will then just commentate the rest. We will spectate the stream, which is being run by Nanao. Oh, hello. That's exciting. I mean, do we just get rid of double fusion here? Like, keeping boat is probably better. What's the downside? If we draw an Eve, that would kind of suck. But if we draw any monster, we can summon. If it's a normal monster, we tribute both, get it back. The chances of drawing a normal monster is higher. But I would feel really... no, we'll just go. We'll just go for it. We'll just go for it. Yeah, we got neither. God, this is so bad. Alright, we'll go Klein. Klein. We will go Boat. And we will just go for a cheeky Mill 2. And no matter what, because we haven't got any monsters in there, we're not going to get the ad back. So even if we do mill the boy, we can't add it back. Then we'll just go battle and swing over. Because having one monster means that we're not going to get killed by Chrysaor, at the very least. How is this bad? How is this not bad? How? Wait, please, Giorfio, in your infinite wisdom, tell me how we were supposed to play that to make this not awful. Like, all right. On one hand, we've only got one monster, so we played around Chrysaor. On the other hand, we do have a trap card, so we're feeling relatively safe, right? But we didn't really accomplish anything, right? There are plenty of turn 2 hands that we could have had. We had one defense position monster where we just kill him. This is actually decent. Alright. I will yield. I will yield to Dwan and Jorfio. That this is not the worst position to be in. But I do stand by, this is kind of a low roll, right? Like, we could have had literally an OTK turn this turn. Like, that would have been the high roll. And then the mid roll is that, like, the hand's empty, we got more back row, we have, like, more options available. The question is going to be, are we using the negate attack? Because I think we probably hold it unless we're dead. That's kind of where I'm leaning. Yeah, I think we just take this. It kind of sucks because we're losing a bit of damage, losing a bit of health, but it's like, whatever, right? Okay. I mean, this is looking quite nice. We can go Klein, bring back, discard, create, summon, go boat. The only downside is we don't have a normal monster. We'd have to add it back with both, depending on what the mills are, I guess. I think the play is always Klein first, though. So we'll Klein, bring back Oblivion. We can add back Pale, but we can't fuse with it. Is the one thing I'm like worried about. We have fusion in the graveyard, so we don't necessarily need the fusion. We can get it back with that, then fuse off into that. So I kind of just want order here. Drop the fusion. Or fusion, the Pot of Greed. That's pretty good. Alright, what is the actual correct line here? It's summon Pale. Into boat. Activate boat. Here we get back fusion and Transam. So now the question is, do we go for the big guy? It kind of has to be, right? Okay, I think the line is gonna be summon Eve. Summon Leica. Fuse them. Go for the big fusion. Right, I think this is the line. We go 1. We go 2. We go Fuse Eve. Activate Fuse Eve. This goes on top. Summon Oblivion. Activate Fusion. Summon out the big guy. Activate his effect. We need to leave one of those in graveyard either way. And then we go order into Oblivion. think it has to be like this so we get the battle position change as well as the piercing. Because I would like to have the battle position and the piercing on the 26. I think this is correct. Let's go with this one first, just in case there is a trap. And then we'll go for this one. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. You can OTK without Eternal. So I haven't done any maths. So usually, when I'm playing, I would have a calculator up. But when I'm playing on stream, we just don't use the calculator whatsoever. And I'm really bad at doing the maths on the fly when I'm streaming. The prophesized tomato. Hello, Whistling Bird. Hello, hello. I see why everyone is back on Crisis with Eve. Don't even need that, I think. I mean, I didn't do the maths whatsoever. I can tell you that much. Okay. Let's see what Ursus has this time. Ursus said in the Tonemel chat that you opened 4 bosses. Which I suppose explains the set 1 pass. So this is just discard. Create. There's no, like, massive play we can make here, realistically. We could, like, maybe get him for a chunk. We don't have any trap cards. We have no way to, like, deep draw. We only have the 1 draw. No matter what, we always open fusion draw. We'll see what happens after we get this draw. Pale Rider. I think we always create something. I think, is it boat? Is it boat here? This is pointless. This is kind of pointless. So either I'm grabbing one of these to hold for next turn, or we're doing boat to do something proactive. The issue with boat... I mean, nothing really changes. Make boat normal Oblivion. I think that's kind of what I'm leaning towards as well. So we'll go Klein, activate Klein. Grab back Oblivion. I'm going to summon Leica. We're probably just going to go straight into boat. Are we going to summon both? No, I don't know if I like this play that much, but we're going to go with it. We're going to do this. I don't necessarily like having 2 monsters, but now we've got plenty of cards in the graveyard. We can probably get value off of Flora. We can grab back Linak. Now the question is, do we bother going for, like, the big piercing turn? I mean, probably. Clearing his board is probably still worth. It's a little bit spooky. I mean, that's not the ideal, but it's fine. Nice 25. Okay. The thing I don't like about this play is we can just kind of die out of nowhere, but I think no matter what we did, we still could always just die out of nowhere, right? Like, unless we have a trap card on the field, there is no way to protect ourselves. Like, there are some boards that do it better than others, right? Like, if he goes Theogonia Chrysaor, he'll clear the board, but we might live, right? Although we could get punished for, like, leaving Linak in attack position, right? That's, like, the downside. Hello, Hikari, by the way. Welcome, welcome. And Sorami is here as well. Hello, hello. I'm not really good at keeping up with chat whilst I'm playing. You have to forgive me. Okay, we got out the 3 boys. This is an easy Protostar play. Protostar can get back either the Pale or the Prophet. This is kind of in the way, so I'm expecting a Tribute Summon. So what I'm actually expecting is probably Proto, summon a monster, Tribute both for Chrysaor, then summon out the recycled Prophet, get back Fusion, and then go into Theogonia Chrysaor. That is what I'm expecting here. Alright, Protostar puts Prophet back in hand. Corridor. Sends a second Corridor. So this is just probably the Chrysaor, right? If we have another normal summon in hand. If he does that line, and he gets a triple attack, it will be 500 over, 100 over, that's 600. Then... 9, yeah, we're dead if he gets a triple mill correct. If he does triple mill, we're dead. And the death is because we left this in attack position. Wait. Do we have another Prophet in hand? I mean, it could just be another Prophet. We know 2 of the cards in his hand is Chrysaor and Fusion. We don't know what the last mystery card is. Is it another Prophet? It's Corridor, which gets us to Prophet. And then, yeah. So now it comes down to, if he mills 3 monsters, we're dead. We just need him to not mill 3 monsters. We just need a little bit of luck. Now, to be fair, it's skewed in his favor, right? 5 spell traps already in the graveyard. He only plays, like, what, 9 or 10? So the chances of this going our way is not super likely. Yeah, 3 monsters. And that is lethal. We'll let him kill us. We'll let him kill us. But that is a shame. I guess summoning the Linak in attack position is what did us in here. I mean, there's an okay chance we could have OTK'd him on the crackback. Imagine he mills device now. Well, he just absolutely did not need it whatsoever. It's one of those things though, right? Where if he just milled a single spell trap, or it had to be a spell because I don't think he plays any traps, then we were just completely in it there, but... Alright, we just need to find our trap cards. If we find our trap cards, we're feeling, like, relatively confident. If we don't find the traps, we're just kind of hoping. I mean, this has potential, for sure. Okay, we're corridoring back Pale. We're going to summon the Pale. Okay. Well, I think we always send Fusion Oblivion, and then we just see what we get. We're almost never creating a second boat. Almost never. So the create is just 100% order, right? There's no and ifs or buts. We now have the Eve as well. So we summon, tribute for this. Use the effect... Oh no, because then we might not have enough engrave. The alternative is that we go Eve effect. What is like the actual correct line? There's so many different ways to play this, right? You can go summon, tribute, boat. We'd only have 3 monsters in graveyard, so we need the double mill for that to work. If not, it's summon Eve with Linak. Add back to hand, get the card back, summon, tribute for that, use that. Okay, no, that's the line, that's the line. So we'll go Linak, Eve. Activate Fusion. We go 1, we go 2. We have to use Eve here. Put this on top. Did I even need that on top? Maybe I didn't. We'll just summon this out for now. I don't think it really matters. We're going to tribute it off either way. We'll go Leica. Yeah, I don't think the graveyard's set up enough to bother going for a thingy play. So we could go for bigger boat. I think that's probably the line. And then we just activate the secret order, right? And then that's the whole turn. Let me just whack over this. So we were just Meteor Charge away. If we had Meteor Charge, we could have just killed on that turn, but that would have been like the ultimate God Hand, right, realistically. Bro, Eve Reborn something. You take Fusion with Boat. Make Boat Fusion. I think the only OTK here is Dark Hole. I mean, hopefully, right? If you sent Fusion at the back and draw Meteor. Oh, yeah, could you imagine? Yeah, I mean, that was the correct line, but, like, it was still only 2 Meteor in deck, right? We still don't know if we would have done it, but that would have been the better play. Summons Prophet. We currently don't have Dark Hole Device in the graveyard. We do have a Pale Rider. So we need him to not... His hand needs to be, like, exactly Pale Rider... Dark Hole Device for us to be, like, really scared. Other than that, we're kind of chilling. Proto adds back Prophet. Activates Dark Hole Device now. Gets a card back. Has the Prophet so we can grab back the Fusion. So we take Glob, right? Go back into Protostar again. Proto brings that back and then we die. I mean, there was nothing we could really do. I think we literally just got sacked, right? Like we say, there was a very, very slim chance that if we didn't put Fusion on top, we could have found Meteor Charge. But, like, the chances of that are so low that I don't think it really mattered. Or Legend Trap. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. The Legend Trap would have done it as well. I still don't think... The odds are still not in our favour, though. Even if we add in, like, an extra 3 cards, the chance we find it still aren't in our favour. It's still a slim chance of survival. Wait. Has he messed this up? Wait. Hold. Hold. Hold! And this is why we don't quit early. Now, do we have a chance here? Do we just, like, straight have lethal anywhere? Summon, tribute, just bring that back, it'll be a 32, that'd just be 700. We'll go Pot of Greed first. Meteor Charge, that's 12. So we actually do have to do a little bit of thinking here. I mean, we just make... I think we go for the double discard either way, right? I'm sure it's like double discard these. Create this. I'm trying to, like, make sure we just hardcore don't punt, right? I just need to not punt. Alright, we can make Eternal with this, so we're just going to go for that. We're going to go activate Secret Order. Bring back Oblivion. We'll go summon, summon. I'm even going to activate Leica to put an extra monster in the graveyard. Activate Fusion. Summon out the Eternal. Just going to activate Eternal. And then this should just be lethal, right? Like, through pretty much anything. At least I hope it is. You can even mess up. You got an A. Real and true. I'm just going to set these, because just out of an abundance of caution. Alright. Oh! Alright, to be fair, we should have lost that. We should have lost that. We absolutely should have lost that. I misplayed in retrospect? Yes. It is a shame. It is a shame, Ursus, because, like, everyone in chat, like, even, like, I was doing it in my head, and I was like, this is lethal. And then chat was like, this is lethal. And then, unfortunately, it just, you know, didn't find the line. Just didn't find the line. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, but GG's, Ursus. I feel bad. I do feel bad, though, because I think you should have won that game 3. You absolutely should have won that game 3, but... Alright, let's go and see if our next game is up already. Because if it is, we need to go and communicate with our opponent. It is. We're against Now. So go ahead and withdraw from this game. We'll go ahead and start making a new game. We'll just hide that from everyone. Dual room. Has he made a room? He has sent a message already. But he hasn't posted a code yet. Why is it... No, show the original. What's wrong with you, Tonamel? Come on. Tonamel. Alright, he has made a room. So we'll go ahead and join his room. Let's see what he's saying to us. And then we'll go ahead and post our message to him. Alright, I have no idea what this guy's playing. We have hopped on. We'll get rid of this. And then we're going to go in. Good luck on the rest. Thank you, buddy. GG's Ursus versus the champ next. What is your list, Tomato, if you want to show? It's very much a standard list, except we've dropped an order for slime, and then we've changed the traps around. That's literally it. There's nothing, like, fancy going on. I don't know if you get punished for not clearing a monster, unless you leave specifically a Pale Rider. Yeah, I mean, I think we definitely... We should have set the Lineac, right? I think we had to summon it, because otherwise we were dead anyway. But I think we needed to set it instead of normal summoning. This is a really awkward hand. This is a super awkward hand. If he just has everything, we're dead with just 2 Wimps in defense. If we YOLO Eve, there's like a slim chance this improves, but realistically that's not happening. We're probably going to draw spell traps. Eve Fusion maybe. I think that is actually the correct line. The question is, do we bring back Lineac with the fusion? Because 0 defense is still super scary. And then the question also becomes, do we... I mean, I want to keep fusion in rotation, so I think we have to keep fusion in rotation. This is the hard part. I think I have to keep fusion and rotation. Then again, if we just get another monster. No, we're going to keep fusion and rotation. We're going to keep it in rotation. It's awkward. It's awkward. If you get a big one, it kind of sucks. Yeah, and also if we got like a spell trap that wasn't fusion, that would also be annoying. Because like we could just clog this up and not want to use any of them. Okay, we've got Trileo. He did send double Extraplora to the graveyard with the skill. He excavates Eve, Trileo, Fusion. Who are we up against? This is Now. I mean, Now was like a... He plays in the Japanese tournaments. He hasn't really got a big name outside of it. I don't know about speed or anything. Like, this isn't Nanao. This isn't... Like, there are several Nows. Transan Leinaku. Are we cooked? I don't feel like we're cooked. He obviously hasn't got Oblivion. What? The last card in his hand is Fusion. No, it's not. Because he excavated Fusion. Meteor Charge comes down. Okay. We're just not going to... Why wouldn't you change it to attack position? Just to get an extra 200 damage. I guess it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme, but... So this is where it gets awkward. We can't use any of our back row right now. We could summon, tribute both Extraplora. We would have 5 in graveyard. Flip to attack and then piercing doesn't matter. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Right, we'll go Linet. Activate Meteor. We'll flip this up. 1000 attack. Now we can activate Pog. I think we have to hold Boat, but we can discard the Fusion. Oh no, we go... Probably Leica. I mean, we're not going to have 0 monsters on board, so we can probably go Klein. I think we're going to go Klein into Boat. Activate Plora. And I'm going to take a card back either way. There's nothing else we can do, so we're going to send this. Right on cue! What is the play now? We have already used a lot of our resources. We could activate to just cheat him out. Ram over for like 1,000 plus an extra... Our graveyard is not full enough for us to get to like a 7,000 play. I think we're going to do this. This kind of sucks, but I think this is what we're going to do. I just want this on the board. I'm going to set this. I think I'm going to go for this. The thing is, I think I'm dead to a thingy play either way. Right? My mindset is we are just going to die to a Eternal Oblivion play regardless, so we're just going to do this. Make Boat Fusion? That's too late for that. If he just makes Eternal, we were dead regardless, so I don't think it matters. Had to crash Lineac? Nah. Let's see what he has. So my gut feeling is, if he just has Eternal, we're dead regardless, so I don't think it matters. Because we're only on 44, right? So all he has to do is get to, like, what, 7,000? Which is, like, not difficult. Activates Klein. Adds back Lineac. Summons out Eve. Activates Fusion. Interfuse Eve. Activates Fuse Eve. I think he's trying to dig into an Oblivion. I think that's what he's doing right now. He put it to the bottom of the deck. No, he doesn't have an Oblivion in rotation. Alright, this is probably boat. We're not boating. I mean, we're not using that. Alright. And we also don't have our guy in rotation. We've used both of our meteor charges. I mean, do we just go for a piercing play? We haven't seen any traps from him yet. I kind of think the play is go into Eternal, force a trap card with a Leica. Leica can't switch to attack, it only works on face-up monsters. The issue is... Oh, we have a fusion in hand. Okay, let's go for this then. I'm just going to summon. We are going to activate fusion. We're just going to go straight for this. This is the line we're doing. Go into Eternal. We're going to activate Eternal. We need you in rotation. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. Oh, we are running out of time. We are actually running out of time. We're going to lose to timeout. Yes. Summon. Activate. Send this. Give this piercing. Set this. Go to battle. Swing over this. Okay, we're fine. Everything is fine, guys. Everything is A-okay. Is it Slow Tomato? Slow Tomato strikes again. That was game 1, right? So the logic was, he knew there was a delay. So if he was going to pop one of my back row, he's going to pop the slime, and then we'll get to keep the NA. If we force his NA when we attack, then on the following turn, we still have the Leica in hand. We have our NA to protect ourselves, then we just kill him on the following turn. That was the logic. That's a hand. That's certainly a hand. I mean, there's no play to make, right? This is set the entire hand. It's like, my decision points were like, do I summon a wimp in attack position? No, we don't. Anyways, Tomato, does baseball need a broken skill to be meta? It needs either a broken skill or some other cards that aren't just baseball cards. So, like, if Guildford the Legend comes out, there's a chance it can just be alright with that. And then all you'd need is, like, a skill that can boost Guildford's attack up. Then Guildford can, like, clear the entire board, and then you can direct attack your opponent. If you have, like, a good way to get lots of plussing, also that could be really good. I could see a skill that creates the tag up force. I think you played this turn optimally. Thanks, Dwan. We might actually still just die, though. There is a world. Ah! That's what we don't want to see. Alright, please don't flip up my 0. Ah! Maximum punish. We're not dead. But we are hurting. Tomato Worlds, no, you're European. I literally, I cannot play over the weekend. I can play some over the weekend. I cannot play the entire weekend. So even if I wanted to, it's not happening. Right. So it's... I mean, I don't even need order. I don't need any of these cards. Do I go boat? Unironically, I think boat is the pick. Right, we'll summon. See if there's a delay. There's no delay. We'll go Linak. Tribute both. Summon boat. Activate boat. I'll take this back. I'll take this back. I mean, do we just go for the double Flora? I think we're going to go Linak into Fusion. Pop a back row. Get even more milling. That's a pretty good hit. Then what? We could activate Secret Order, summon, tribute both for boat. I don't know how big our guy's going to get, and I don't really want to do the maths. Right, we're going to go order here. When we have the double order, I don't need to sit on them. Go Fusion. Go Extra Plasma. Go Extra Plasma. We pop this. Boat Fusion, Oblivion, Order. But nothing can stop the attack hit. I mean, I'm just going to assume this is enough. We're not doing maths, okay? We don't do maths here. We do not do maths here. I mean, what do we even have? We still only have one of that in rotation. That's so funny. Do this. We probably should have put double climb back, but it's whatever. Yes, I would like to gain some attack. Well. It's enough for sure with Linak. Well, that was a lie. You would have had Eternal and Oblivion. How would I have had... How could I have had an Oblivion on top of this? Tribute Boat basically means we have a secret order left over. Tribute both, add back to hand, summon, fuse, do that. But then we still would have needed... I'm trying to think. You summon Boat over the fusion and not Oblivion, and you had secret order left. I don't understand how how I would keep a card extra. I'm trying to like do the math in my head. I don't understand how that leaves me with an extra card. I mean, we're just dead on board, right? Not making the second Boat fusion. Ah, right. Don't make the second Boat fusion. That would have been what did it. Right. So the logic was, if I make the second Boat fusion, then I can put extra cards in the graveyard by the extra mill. That was the logic. You played around slime. Yeah. But then you had no lethal. I mean, to be fair, you know, the reason that we didn't kill, right, was because we milled this fusion. Otherwise, it would have been lethal anyway. But yeah, I do get what you mean. The play was not to make the second Boat. That's where we keep an extra card. I was doing the maths, and I was like, no, we'd still end up with the same... We'd still only end up with one body left. The play was not making the second Boat fusion. I mean, I guess we would have had... We would have 3 less bodies in the graveyard. So he'd be up 900. But then we would do an additional 900... No, wait, isn't that still not lethal? Because, right, if we take out the 2 mills from extra plasma, and we take out the fact that we... Oh, no, because we just secret order after. Yeah, so that'd be 300 more damage. So, yeah, that would be 100 over. It was 100 over lethal. Additional 16. It's not an additional 16 though, right? Because we wouldn't have got the extra 2 mills. So you have to take 600 off of that. Right? He had 2 Linak. Oh, he did have 2 Linak. He did have 2 Linak. Wait, no. It doesn't change the maths though. We attacked over 1 Linak anyway. Put him on 200, right? So if we had a 25 attacking over the other Linak, that's an extra 9. Oh no, I'm forgetting Secret Order gives an extra 700 boost. That's what I'm forgetting. That is what I'm forgetting. Yeah, so it was well over lethal with that. But even without that, even if we didn't get the Secret Order boost, it was still 100 over lethal. I think we have to attack over the boat. I don't like this hand at all. I think it's literally just don't use the skill. Boat over boat. Poke. I mean, it's fine. You keep saying fine, like everything is just fine. But like, this is a meta where every time you give your opponent a turn, you can just kind of die out of nowhere. So like, whenever you leave your opponent just alone, it's always like, you might just be dead now. Like, our one saving grace is we have the trap. If the trap gets popped, we have just nothing. We've got literally nothing. I think this might also be a case of use it or lose it. So I think we're just going to have to use the negate. If negate attack doesn't get popped here, I think we just use it on whatever he summons. Because he's going to feel the delay and know that it's there anyway. He's going to actively seek out a way to pop it. And this is like fine. Because if we just mill more cards in the graveyard, that's good. If we get Oblivion in the graveyard, that's good. No! Not him! Now we have to play the 50-50 game. I don't like the 50-50 game. Okay. Okay. Alright. Come on, we just need to win a 50-50. Come on. It's just a coin toss. We can win a coin toss. Come on. We just need to win the coin toss. Fudge. He put that to the top of the deck, so he's going to... Is he Eternaling here? Or are we just keeping it rotation? I already had one. So one of the back row is Fusion. So he's doing the 50-50 with us as well. Which, the fact that he put it to the top of his deck, though, tells me he has a Legend Trap. So I now need to play around that as well. Which I don't think I can do. I don't think we can do that. I think we're screwed. I think we're just dead. Our only option is to play like he hasn't got a Legend Trap. The only option we have, realistically, is to just do this now. Is it Order or is it Boat? We don't need Order, necessarily, so we could just go Boat. Boat will fill the graveyard more. I mean, do I even have a chance to lethal here? Like, attack. Even if I managed to punch over a 16, I would need the graveyard to be so full of cards. I think it has to be Plora, right? We're going Plora. We're going Plora. We go Klein. Activate Klein. Grab back Lilac. Summon Lilac. Activate Plora. Then summon... Activate Fusion. Go into Fuse Eve. Gonna go Leica. Activate Fusion. Go into Big Boat. Okay. Well, that was important. That was important. I mean, we don't have another option, right? We could crash everything. What is the benefit of crashing everything? We're just going to have to just go for it, I think. It's not going to be a lethal amount of damage, but, like, what else are we realistically doing? We're not doing the math, Duan. We don't do that here. Listen, winning isn't as important as not doing math, okay? I will stick by that statement. This is where it gets troubling, though, because we can't actually deal with any of this. We can't leave this, so it has to be this. That's it. That's all we got. That's all we got. We could clear everything, not that it matters. Exactly. I don't think it matters. He has fusion set, by the way. I mean, yeah, we know he's got fusion set, but like, what else could we do? Like, realistically, I don't think there was a winning play there. That was just struggling in vain. Cleared in Cope, he didn't have any good cards in hand. I think that's so unlikely, though. So I don't think it matters. Is that Shui raiding? Hello, hello, Shui. Welcome, welcome. You have just caught us crashing out. I say crashing out. We have very subtly fallen out of Angel Cup. It was, but this play was 100% loss. I mean, like, you say that. There was, like, a very slim chance his hand was full of spell traps, right? But, like, regardless, we had lost anyway, right? Like, we were not winning the duel one way or another. So, like, I'm not too bothered about it, to be honest. I mean, we should have won game 2, but we, you know, messed it up by going for the second fusion. What top was this? This was... I don't know, actually. Let's have a look. That was top 8. That was top 8. So we got... Now versus Gozu, and Girl Camellia versus Squid Flower, Ika. So I'll go ahead and check that out then. Let's see if we can fix this as well. I mean, we'll have to wait until the actual game starts so we can see what overlay we need to change. Okay, so we need to change our formatting to... Nope, not that one. Perfect. And we'll go ahead and throw up the angel thing as well. There we go. Look at that. Now we're in Angel Cup. We could have been top 4. Yeah, but what is... Top 4 doesn't mean anything. Like, who cares about getting top 4, realistically? Like, at the end of the day, whenever we enter Angel Cup, we don't really want to play. Like, our objective is to play it so that we're, like... you know, helping out the numbers, and then get kicked out so that we can commentate. That's our objective with the Angel Cup. Like, we're not playing to, like, win. I mean, you get mentioned by Moki Moki in Discord? I mean, that means so little to me. You have no idea how little that means to me. It's one of those things as well, where whenever you're on stream, right, you have this, like, air of everyone's watching, everyone's judging what you're doing, right? So there's always this, like, level of just, like, I don't know, like, nerves, I guess, is the thing. So you're going to have that, right? Then you've got everyone in chat being like, no, my strat's better. No, what I was going to do was better. No, you made another mistake. No, you made another mistake. No, you made another mistake. And it's like, bro, you don't know what it's like playing on stream. It's stressful. Like, when you're just vibing and just playing, it's, like, completely fine. But when you've got, like, 100 people judging you, it's like, guys, come on, I'm just one guy. And it's one of those things as well where a lot of people will treat, like, a misplay like, oh, you threw, you could have gone to the finals. That would have been amazing. And I'm not interested, right? It was the Noodle player at Worlds this year. Well, the Japanese top. Yeah, I know Moki Moki is. I've talked to Moki Moki. I mean, I don't talk to Moki Moki super regularly, but I do talk to Moki Moki a bit. I know, Tomato, that's why I played in my tournament only once. I prefer misplaying it. I think that's the thing, right? Whenever, like, it's like, I say this on stream whenever I play, right? But whenever I'm playing and I'm off stream, like, we're taking the game a lot more seriously. We're focusing on the game. We're, like, actively working out the plays. We have a calculator up on the side, so we don't have to try and do quick maths in our head. We can just look it up, right? Like, that's the thing, right? Whenever we're playing on stream, we're never try-harding on stream. We are literally just never try-harding when we're on stream. Like, on stream, this is the fun, casual gameplay where we're just here to yap and hang out. That's the whole point. It's the same reason why whenever I play, like, competitively, like, if I'm playing in a tournament and I'm taking it seriously, or if I'm playing in, like, RDC, I mute absolutely everything else because I need no distraction whatsoever. Okay. It's interesting as well that the Japanese players really, really like the Trilio build. Really, really look into it. I'm not looking forward to this weekend. I mean, that's why I just don't play, right? I genuinely think that... again, no hate to anyone that really, really likes the WCQ or GRFs or KC Cups, whatever. I think the format of just play a grindy, endless ladder for 3 days is toxic. Like, actually toxic. I think it does nothing but, like, wear players down. It's, like, demoralizing. It's, like, it's so awful. And I understand why they do it, because it's the best way to ensure that you have to do as little moderation as possible. But it is so awful. Like, I cannot think of a worse way to try and work out who the best players in the world are than to, like, put everyone on a treadmill and just see who falls off first. I don't see another way to get good players to win. Yeah, but you could just do what every other card game does, right? Like, physical card game, which is you just have a tournament. You have qualifiers. You just win your way up. Like, sure, there's variance, but that's true for, like, any card game, right? I like playing them because it's competitive format. I just don't like these 2-deck for at for speed. I mean, I guess it's going to be one of those things, right? Where I think, depending on who you are, like, you could enjoy it and like it, and that's completely fine. I just personally think a lot of the time you're not going to actually find the best players in the world doing that. You're going to find the best grinders in the world doing that. It's like, does anyone look at, like, TCG Worlds and go, oh, that guy isn't the best player in the world, the guy that won Worlds, because he didn't have to play for 72 hours non-stop. Right? It's just, well, again, that's hyperbole, right? You can play a lot less than 72 hours, realistically. You're going to play, like, 40 hours probably over a weekend. Okay, but winning a tournament means you're lucky. But winning any game means you're lucky. Right? Am I crazy here in thinking there is variance in card games? And in Rush there is more variance than some other games? And not to mention that, like, by the same metric, right? The logic is, by having a larger sample size of games, you lower variance because there's a larger sample size, right? That's the logic. That's like the mathematical formula that comes from it, right? The thing is, though, we often see the same players topping and winning tournaments. So by that logic, right, that we're still seeing the same people constantly doing well. If you win KC, it's not because you're lucky. Yeah, but then you could also then make the argument that if you win KC, it's because you're able to stay up a lot more. Right? You're playing the game more. You have the weekend off work. You don't go to work. You're at school. You know, you're unemployed. You're able to just grind it out. That's why I don't really like it that much. Can we use the last Challenger Cup as a qualifier? Challenger Cups have their own issues, but I do think Challenger Cup to me feels more competitive. again, I did start out this conversation by saying that, again, no hate to anyone that likes the endless ladder format. No hate to anyone that likes that. No hate to anyone that thinks it's completely fine as it is. I personally don't like it. It's not something I particularly want to engage with. It's not something I like. It's one of those things where if, in order to qualify for Worlds, they did a series of like regionals, internationals into a Worlds competition, I would happily play in that. But I am not happy to like jump in and grind for 72 hours. And again, I physically can't, right? My job means that is not possible for me, right? I can't just take a load of time off like that. It's just not feasible. No, we're not doing another one. But to be honest, even if you play a very long tournament like YCS, you need the entire weekend free. I mean, you're not wrong, but there is a difference, right? Like, there's a difference between how much time is spent playing the game and how much time is spent grinding the game, right? So, like, it's not necessarily the same as saying, if you have, you know, let's say 16 hours a day for 3 days free, you automatically get to qualify. Like, we're not saying that, but what we are saying is that if you had to play non-stop every single second of the day during like a YCS, it wouldn't be the same experience. Most people have breaks, right? They have a lunch break. Your round ends early and you get time to like do stuff. You don't have to just play endlessly, right? Act got second place in Gaia GRF because he played longer than everyone else. I don't remember. I think it was close to 400 plus. I mean, it's one of those things as well. But like, we had this conversation before, Toti, and you were saying that playing more games doesn't matter in a GRF compared to a WCQ because people will just stop playing in a GRF, but they won't stop playing in a WCQ. And I think that is also a fair point. I think that's also a very fair point. Now we are in Adges, so we'll just wait for that to dissipate. Win rate for last PBR I joined was 27%. Do I got a chance for Worlds? Always, always. Top 4 is 4 like Galaxy. I didn't actually pay too much attention. Because this is... I mean, Gozu is currently on a Light Galaxy binge, right? I think all he's been playing is Light Galaxy. Yeah, so this is currently Gozu. Gozu's on the bottom here, right? So this is Light Galaxy, Light Galaxy. I don't know what the other two were playing. I don't know what Squid and whatever Squid's opponent was playing. But Adges should be just about over. There we go. Adges are gone. So now everyone should be back. But yeah, it's the same reason I don't like point battles. I've never, like... I see point battles not as a way to find out who's the best player in the room. I use point battles to do like some really nice, consistent testing against good players. Because whenever... I think point battles are just so anti-competition, right? They're so easy to game. A lot of the time, it like incentivizes playing decks that play quicker rather than decks that like are stronger necessarily. I don't know. I've never really liked point battles. And especially because when we've had smaller point battles in the past, like I remember the Rush Duel Links ones, the RDL server, they were being gamed all the time. People were losing and then just surrendering 20 times in a row just to like mess with the win rates at the end. People would like deliberately scoop against their friends to again bolster their numbers up. I don't know. That's why I've just never enjoyed point battles. And then when I think about it, like the endless queue, the GRFs, the KC Cups, etc., those are just a really big point battle. Okay, well, this is just lethal. Bam. Was that 2-0? Was that 2-0 to now? I was 22 day 1 in Gaia GRF, but then went on a losing streak and gave up. I think my mind is not programmed for grinding. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things as well. It might be like an age thing as well. Like, I used to be able to grind things out for ages and ages and ages. Like, I would sit there and play like the same mind-numbing game, like in various card games, various turn-based games, as well as things like League of Legends, right? You know, all the shit that we used to play when we were teenagers, right? And I would grind that crap so much. But now, I think about grinding something and I'm like, that sounds awful. I'm like, I have no interest in that whatsoever. It's one of those things where the way that I look at competition is competition should be fun and it should be challenging, right? And the issue that I run into is in like a GRF, like playing the actual games is fun for a bit, right? And then after you hit like the 4-hour mark, you're suddenly like, oh, I'm kind of just not enjoying this anymore. So this is, I don't know if this is game 2 or game 3. We haven't been like paying a ton of attention to this. But this is Now versus Gozu. Now on the top, Gozu on the bottom. We've got some Light Galaxy action going on. It does seem like Now has built his deck to be like basically just like turbo the graveyard for a Eternal OTK. That's when you take a few hour break and come back later. The thing is, after playing like 4 hours of the game, I don't want to play later, I see. I just have no interest in that. I think for me, actually tryharding, because I did try hard like the very first GRF. I say I tryharded. I tryharded the Friday and the Saturday. I couldn't play on the Sunday, right? And when I was tryharding, we were like top 20, we were like top 30. It was all fine and dandy. But like, after like, I don't know, 4 hours of playing, you just get to like, this isn't fun anymore. This just isn't fun. Now I'm just like, I'm forcing myself to do something I don't enjoy because I want the reward at the end. Everyone went losing streaks that format. You just had to pick yourself up and keep going. But that's what I mean. Pick yourself up and keep going is another way of saying keep ramming your head in. No matter how unfun or unengaged you are, just keep going. And to me, that is the grind mindset. That's the grind set, as the kids say. I'm just not about that. Just not about that at all. That's what I mean. Like, whenever I play Rush, generally I'm playing Rush because I like Rush. But if I'm pushing past my limits in like a WCQ, I'm no longer playing Rush because I like Rush. I'm now forcing myself to do something I don't want to do because I want the carrot on the stick, right? If it was fun doing it during a stream, you have people to talk to. I mean, that's, again, I don't want to... I'm not trying to tell people that they're wrong for enjoying it. I'm not trying to tell people they're wrong for liking it, right? I'm just telling you why I don't like it. It's one of those things where, like, I feel so few people talk about the qualifying procedure or, like, process as a negative that I think it is a very, like, it's a very niche thing, right? I think there are more people that probably do like the way the WCQ is than people that don't. I'm just in the camp of people that don't like it. Okay, we're just seeing both set 3 from both players right now. Let's see what's going to happen here. Vortex Shooter comes down, activate Fusion, go into Plasma. We're just going to, randomly pop a back row? I don't know if we have any information on this back row. Activate. I set up a playlist for when I'm alone. I mean, that's, you know, that works. I think most people would rather have something different, but no way to change it now after so many years. I think realistically, I mean, I've spoken about this at length in the past as well, but I think the main reason it is how it is because it requires the smallest amount of input from a human being, right? You set the system up, the system takes care of itself, people play, and it will spit out who the winners are. Like, you don't have to moderate it, you don't have to have judges, you don't have to have, like, anything. It just goes. And there's no way to do that in a satisfying way without, like, an in-game tournament mode, right? But the in-game tournament mode is, like, in beta, and it kinda sucks. In my opinion, it lasts too long, because even after 2 days of grinding, there's still 24 hours, and you don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, I feel like it's a weird way to have it, right? Because first up, it's June. It's going to be in June, right? Like early June, well, end of May, early June. Which means for a lot of places, like school is going to be a thing, right? College is going to be a thing. Now there is like half terms, which for a lot of countries, that's going to be like right around now. So that's not too bad. But fundamentally, there will be some people that are going to be in some form of education, but at the very least not going to be able to play all day Friday, right? Then you have people that go to work, right? People that have other commitments that physically can't just like suddenly take 3 days off. It kind of really sucks for them. But then if you were to limit it down to 2 or 1 days, I feel like no matter what, you still exclude someone. It's just like you get that minority as small as possible, right? Like I think realistically, Sunday or Saturday, one of those days, probably Sunday, is going to be relatively okay for a lot of people. I think it'd probably make more sense to do Saturday, actually, because a lot of people would go back to work or education on Monday. Therefore, you don't want to be, like, staying up to midnight on, you know, the Sunday. So I think I would prefer it if it was a smaller number of days, if it was 1 or 2 days. But I think that doesn't just, like, automatically fix the problems, but I think it does make a massive improvement for me personally. I think if it was 1 day, if it was just a singular day, like a 24-hour, like, queue, I think I could push 24 hours. I think I could grind out 24. Because also getting 1 day off work, that's not that hard, right? Getting 1 day off, that's actually a lot more manageable. Okay, we've got 12 cards left in deck at the moment. Are we going to see? Okay, we're going to tribute into, I assume, Boat. So Boat's going to mill even more cards. It will get us back the fusion and more material. We still don't know what those 2 cards in hand are. I mean, maybe we did and I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I think fundamentally it's probably more of an age thing. I think, again, when I was younger, when I was like a teenager or early 20s, I would have been up for it, right? Because I mean, I did, right? When I was in my 20s, I was grinding the speed KC Cups. And we were doing well, right? We were doing all-day grinds. I streamed a lot of it. We were having a great time doing it. But I think I'm just at the point now where I don't want that. Okay, we summon out Eve. We're going to fuse. Are we going Plasma or are we going Black Tiara Eve? I guess it depends what's in the hand. We are going to go Plasma. So Plasma is going to let us pop a back row. We are getting old. I mean, that's how I feel, right? I mean, I've been feeling like I've been getting old for like 10 years now. But it's like, sometimes people are like coming to the chat, or they'll be on YouTube and they'll be like, oh, good luck in Worlds this year, like good luck on qualifying. And I'm like, oh, that's not happening. We're not even trying, so we're not even gonna like accidentally make our way in. That's just not happening. But I think that's why I would just appreciate like not having to play. Because it's one of those things, right? Realistically, if you're going to try and, like, qualify for something, even if it's a tournament, right? You would be effectively doing the endless grind before the tournament starts. Because you'd be doing that in playtesting, right? You'd be just, like, mindlessly grinding against every other good player that you could find. To try and, like, work out all the matchups, try and get all the ratios exactly as you want. Tomato Noctis Vixer Hikari could take the EU spot. Okay, I think even if I did have all 3 days to play, even if I had the mental fortitude to grind out all 3 days, I don't think I would make top 2 EU. I literally don't. I think I could make like... I think top 20 EU I could probably manage. I don't even know if I'd break top 10, if I'm being honest. Can't you see I'm blazing? Still my heart is blazing. Okay. The question is, why didn't we go for a big aggressive play? I guess we did the maths. Even with a 21 card graveyard, we still couldn't have found lethal? Or was it because our opponent had lots of back row and we just knew that we couldn't kill? Pet. Okay, Linet comes down. Summon out Boat. So we're going to Boat pop the back row. So there's the negate attack. Which meant we could have gone for a big attack, but I assume we did the maths and knew that we couldn't kill. Okay, here comes Plasma. So pop the back row just to guarantee it's nothing, as well as fill the graveyard even more. And it was the negate attack. I don't know if we felt that, so we knew we had to get rid of it, but either way, it's gone now. 500, 500. So we're 1100 off, and that's lethal. We just give him a boop. We give him another boop, and we attack in. So that was just game 2, right? So that's 1-1. Alright, let's see what happens next. So, the assumption is that the other player... Who is the other player? Let's find out. Shoujo Tsubaki is also playing Light Galaxy. So we're expecting this to be Light Galaxy Mirror into a Light Galaxy Mirror. So if you don't like Light Galaxy Mirrors, I might have some bad news for you. Okay. Set 2 monsters. Set 2 back row. Set a third back row. Okay. I'm assuming this hand, there weren't really a lot of options. This is the thing with this format, right? It's because all 3 of the decks can just, like, randomly kill you out of nowhere. Whenever you have to just pass the turn, you're always like, please don't just have the hand that kills me. But, like, the chances of them actually having that hand should be quite low a lot of the time, so it's like... You can go to speed and watch Shadow Mirrors. I haven't actually... I think I've seen one Shadow Mirror in the new format. Like, I haven't obviously been actively seeking them out. I don't know how common they are. I assume they're, like, relatively. But whenever I look at the tournament results, it's not usually, like, just, like, 4 Shadow in the top 4 or whatever. So I don't know how, like, prevalent it is. I've played against Shadow twice. As in, like, the new version of Shadow. And I beat it both times, but that's at, like, dual level 14, right? So, obviously not going to be the best pilots. Okay, we're going to activate Fusion. I would assume... Actually, this could be either. Okay, we are going to go for Black Tiara Eve. So we can put the Fusion back in rotation if we want. We did not. I mean, obviously we have a Fusion engraved, so it doesn't really make any difference. We already have one in rotation. And we're going to get in for 26, which is a decent chunk, but we have left that 1600 attack, 0 defense monster on the board. And as you remember, we did die to this, but this was when we were playing against Dark Galaxy, so maybe Dark Galaxy can threaten over that a bit more. You started the speed grind, nice. Yeah, we started in... What, we started at, what, 12? The level 12, I want to say? And we've won up to 15. We were going to play it today if Angel Cup wasn't up, but Angel Cup was up, so we're doing this instead. Speaking of, we've been neglecting all of our, like, shout-outs. Exclamation mark Icy for Icy Gamer in the chat. Everyone already knows Icy, right? Everyone loves Icy. But Icy Gamer, fantastic speed player. Really loves to do multiple grinds all the way up on different ladders. Or also a massive Pokemon Pocket TCG streamer as well now. I was stuck all day at 19 on my ult. It's funny as well because you're like free to play spellcaster deck, like just blitzed rush in like no time at all. I mean, I guess that probably speaks more to the rush ladder than anything else. Gemini really struggle versus Utopia. So Utopia is another deck. I've only played against it twice and I've beaten it twice, but like, I'm pretty sure my opponents, 1, weren't the best, and 2, didn't draw very well. So it's like... and as well as Icy Gamer, we also have exclamation mark Hikari in the chat. Everyone should know Hikari. Everyone loves Hikari. Fantastic Rush streamer, as well as Rush tournament organizer, Rush tournament host, or just streamer, commentator, whatever we want to call it. We have been neglecting our shout-outs a bit today. I mean, today has been so scuffed in general. Like, we had a stressful morning, let's put it that way. We had a very I mean, we had to post the message on the Discord saying that we were going to be late. Then we ended up having to play the first round on our phone, effectively, whilst we were just getting everything together. Today has been, like, not a great day. Hey, I hosted Speed once. I know, I played in that speed tournament, and I got top 4. It's cool that you could basically get Rush Max without spending any gems. Yeah, it is super nice. The only issue is the Rush ladder kinda sucks. Because you just play against effectively the same deck again and again and again and again. And it's like, ugh. Sooner Rush Worlds competitor. I would love it if Hikari did make it to Worlds. It would be awesome. But since Hikari herself has been downplaying it, I'm going to assume it is a very, 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 very small chance that Hikari will even bother trying. If all Europeans fall asleep day 2, maybe. I mean, I'm going to be playing, right? I'm going to play some. But like, even Friday, so even tomorrow, I'm not going to have all day to play. I'm going to be busy for some of tomorrow, so... Would Hikari be the first woman to go to Worlds? Well, I mean, in Rush. I don't know about Speed. But potentially in Speed. I will try as well. I think it'd be cool. I think, realistically, we kind of already know who's most likely to go. And they're the people that grind out the GRFs. I think it's very unlikely. I don't know. Did Zeta... And there was the other guy as well, the European that qualified. Did those two... Did they play any GRFs beforehand? Or did they just jump straight in with the WCQ? Because in my mind, I'm like, if you're a grinder, you're grinding everything, right? You're going to be grinding the GRFs. You're going to be grinding the WCQ. Wish Rush Worlds was 16 players and not just 8. I mean, yeah, but then they have to pay for an extra X number of people to, like, bit flown out, have hotels, etc., etc. Zeta stands no chance this time. I mean, I don't really, like, follow Zeta's content. Like, I see his streams up a couple of times, but obviously he's not speaking English during the streams, which makes it difficult for me to, like, follow along. So I have no idea. Like, in my mind, he came out of nowhere last time, right? He just, like, he wasn't really on anyone's radar, and then it was like, oh, Zeta's going to Worlds. I just have to come second. Well, last time it was what? It was Giorfio in first, and then second was... I can't remember the guy's name. I used to know his name, because I commentated with Grand on Worlds, as well as, you know, made videos about it, but I can't remember what his name is now. But I think regardless of how WCQ goes, I think Worlds is always going to be a great time, right? Okay, we're going to activate Galactic Kiara, Fuse, Eve. I assume that's fusion to top of deck into draw. Bring back the Eternal. I mean, if this is just fusion and then meet your charge, it's just game, right? Or Leica. Leica's just game as well. Any way to just give this thing piercing? There's no way that Gozu survives this. It's just, do we have a piercing card? Can't wait for baseball to be the next best deck, to be the best deck at Worlds. It would be interesting, right? For sure. There's the Leica. And this is why Leica's good. Toti and Quantum said I can't beat Giorfio. I think you could beat Giorfio in, like, a straight-up game, right? Like, you play him in a tournament, you could, like, take the game off him, take the match. But, like, can you beat him at grinding a ladder? Like, bro has been grinding ladders for, like, years at this point. Bro is a champion grinder. There is a Buster Thung giving out tickets. I don't know what a buzz... I have no idea what you just said there, Whistlenberg. They are so right. I mean, it's just one of those things, right? It's like we were saying, the players that are generally really, really good and have been performing time and time and time again. Because you got to remember, Giorfio went to Worlds for speed, and he's been there for Rush as well, right? Instagram. I don't even have an Instagram account, so I can't really do anything with that. Hikaru will take second place with the lowest points overall and still win Worlds like Quantum. I think we all know that whoever does qualify from NA, and again, fingers crossed it's Parko, but whoever that player is, they're going to have the lowest points. We all already know this, okay? It's one of those things, like, who are the other, like, good NA players? Like, who are the, like, grinders from NA? Like, is there anyone other than Parko? Like, obviously Quantum did really well, but he's already qualified. Like, who is the third place in NA? I think it was, like... It was Hylister, right? And Hylister doesn't play anymore. Like, I have no doubt there'll be some people that come out of the woodworks and, like, do well. And they'll, you know, they'll be the second place, they'll be the third place, they'll be the fourth place. Someone could even beat Parko, right? There's no guarantee Parko makes it. But Sora was top 10 last time. But Sora is South America, right? It's LATAM. Latin America. Unless I'm misunderstanding where Sora is from. Right, looks like this is going to be the grand finals. Time to step up. I mean, unironically, Quantum decided to try hard because it was going to be a lot easier than Speed, right? And it was going to be very doable. And then Man made it happen. So, realistically, anyone that wants to put in the time and effort in NA has an actual good shot, to be honest. Sorry, it's Latam. Is Playmaker NA? He's been grinding Rush a lot lately. I have no idea. No idea. Alright. So we do have 3 monsters down. We are immediately activating Meteor Charge. So we're going to try and get some damage in. I mean, this is it's an awkward situation to be in. 3,200 damage straight up is really nice. But I mean, we could just... I don't know. It's a weird... It's so weird to quantify with this meta at the moment, where you can just, like we say, you can just die out of nowhere. You can just randomly... Your opponent does the thing and you're dead. That was double Oblivion to the graveyard, it looked like. We create Boat. Summon Tralio. Activate Tralio. That is 1 monster, 2 monsters. Go ahead and summon out the Linak. Tribute for Boat. Activate Boat. Mill 2. We have then enough monsters in there, but do we have the fusion? Looks like we don't have the fusion engraved yet. Where do we go from here? We're going to go ahead and summon out the Linak. We're going to activate Secret Order. We'll go ahead and summon out the Oblivion. Okay. Where do we go from here, though? There's no way we have enough to kill with Oblivion. Eternal Oblivion. So do we just attack over with this? Looks like we do. We go to combat. We are going to crash the 16 into the 16. That is one thing that I think I need to pay more attention to as well, is the crashing your wimps. Just so you don't leave your wimps on the board. That is something we just basically haven't been doing. Activate Pog. Summon out Tralio. So both of these players are playing the Tralio Graveyard Turbo build. We do get 3 monsters into the grave. Go ahead and create that Secret Order. I mean, this is probably going to be a big turn. It's going to come down to what that back row is, I think. Because both players have so little life points left. So yeah, we just hard commit into Plasma. Pop the back row. And then activate the order that we created. Fuse into Eternal, and that's just game. I don't see this going any other way. I saw Leo played a lot in Japan list. Yeah, in the point battles, they seem to be on it a lot. In the Japanese list and tournaments, I mean, as we can see evidently here, seem to be on it a lot. I think Tralio is actually pretty good. The issue is, Tralio is... It's more... It's like, playing Tralio feels like you're going into... like Oblivion or Eternal Turbo, right? Where you just want to get the Eternal as big as humanly possible, as quickly as possible. Oh, this is just lethal. This is just lethal. We don't even need to do it. We don't even need the fusion. We just murder. Is that Cyclone Valley in the chat? Hello, hello, my friend. So that is going to be game 1 to Shoujo. Let's see if Shoujo can close it out, or if Now can claw back some sort of comeback. Okay, draw for turn. Summon out the Klein. Then we're going to summon out Linek. Tribute both. Summon out Boat. Two back row. So Boat, double back row pass. I mean, could have been worse, I guess. We're going to set. If you're if you're Now, you're feeling very happy about this. You're like, you mean I didn't lose half my life points in my whole board? Excellent. We've maintained the Boat as well, which means if we don't have Oblivion, we can just use the Boat to dig. We did have the Oblivion, and we've sent the Fusion to the graveyard, which means Boat's going to get the extra value. Create a second Boat. So it looks like we are... are we going to go for the double pop with the double plasma, potentially? Add 2 cards back to hand. Summon out the Linek. Are we dropping the Fusion? We are. So we're going to go into Plasma, pop a back row, mill another 2 cards. That was 2 monsters as well. We do pop the Secret Order. Where do we go from here? So we know we have another Boat in hand. We don't know the rest of the hand. So we summon Trileo. Trileo's effect is not live. Go into Linek, tribute both a Boat, activate Boat, mill another 2 monsters, get back, I can only assume a Linek and a Fusion. There's the Fusion, there's the Linek. Summon the Linek, activate the Fusion, go into the second Plasma, we'll mill another 2 cards. And then what is the play? Are we going to go into Oblivion? We could go into Eternal. I mean, Rice doesn't do a lot here. Rice would have been okay into exactly Eve. I suppose it would have been good into Secret Order as well, which Secret Order is the next line, right? Like, assuming we're going to go... There it is. There's the Secret Order. Then we can use Fusion, go into Eternal... Give Eternal Piercing. And this should just be lethal with the number of cards in that graveyard right now. So out comes Eternal. So do we have a Leica or do we have Meteor Charge? That's the question. We're going to go ahead and immediately activate the Eternal. One, two, three. I don't like putting back the fusion monsters because we just milled double. I mean, this should be lethal regardless, right? This is 77, so like you need a 1800 defender to stay alive. But regardless, we did just hit 2 spell traps. So now brings it to a tie, so 1 apiece right now. We'll be going into game 3. And let's see who comes out on top. These lists are both very, very similar. I think the main difference is that Shoujo is playing the Rice. I don't think we've seen a Rice from Now at all. Okay. So we did use the Eve to send Boat. We're then going to summon Eve. We're going to summon Eve. So we had 3 Eves. We're going to tribute both Eves to summon out Boat. We're going to mill 2. And we hit 2 spell traps. Which means we don't have the 5 monsters in grave. The other player's on an NA. I think we've seen it versus Gozu. I'm trying to think if we saw it versus us. Have we seen what Legends Shoujo's on? So I don't know if he's on NA or Compulse. Oh no. Hopefully this isn't our internet again. I'm looking at like the net. I'm like, have you gone down net? Or is this a YouTube thing? Everything looks fine on my end, so I think this is a YouTube thing. Alright, let's refresh that. There we go. Yeah, you popped his NA twice, I think. Yeah, that's right. Why is the stream suddenly hiccuping? What's going on here? Everything was fine, and now the stream has started buffering. And that is very annoying. My upload hasn't changed. I guess my download might be screwing up. No, just let me watch. Let me watch stream. Oh, come on. This is obnoxious. Let's drop the quality, see if that helps. Has the stream died? Because it keeps replaying the same bit over and over again. It's like the stream has just ended. Let me try getting up on my other monitor. No, it does look like the stream has just died. Unfortunately. I assume it's died for everyone, because it's died at the exact same place on both of my my browsers. So we might never know who is going to be the champion of the Angel Cup. Which is a bit of a shame. But by the look of things, it is on Nanao's end. At least to the best of my ability, that's all I can assume. Japanese internet. Well, usually it's my internet playing up, but this is not my internet. This is theirs. I mean, we'll give it a minute, see if something happens. Oh, he has posted a message. Let's see what it says. The line was down. Oh no. Well, unfortunately, we might not get to watch the end. We'll come back to this then. We'll check in, see how it's doing in a little bit. So for now, I guess the thing to do is to... Well, we can quickly just take a look at how the standings are doing, I guess. But beyond that, the other interesting stuff we were going to talk about was the news. So we did have the announced cards coming out, which is very exciting. And we will go ahead and change this over because it will look a lot nicer. So we've got Finalized Phoenix coming out. Finalized Phoenix is bad. We predicted this as soon as we got the leak for the skill. This card, I don't realistically see doing anything. It would need a really good skill that specifically makes it good, and it doesn't have that, so it's just going to be bad. unfortunately. If your opponent has 2 or more face-up monsters on their field, shuffle 4 Pyros from your graveyard into the deck. Special summon up to 2 Pyro effect monsters from your graveyard, which means you need to have 6 in the graveyard, whose total levels equal the total levels of the face-up monster on your opponent's field. So that's just so unlikely to come off, and if it does, it's going to be a bit of a gimmick, so realistically not very good. Then we have Methyl. Methyl is actually good. So during the turn that you normal summon this card, add a level 4 Pyrotic normal monster from your graveyard to your hand. The only issue with this card is it specifically needs to be level 4. It's not level 4 or lower. This card's also really good because you can use it as a fusion. So when we get Ethel to go along with Methyl, we'll be able to fuse them together, but we'll be getting that with the, you know, Pyro Fusion stuff, which we assume we'll be getting down the line at some point when we get, like, the other Manabu/Maddox fusions. Then the other thing we're getting is Yuka Goha with Swing for the Fences as our clue. It can't really be anyone else, so we know we're getting Yuka Goha. And Yuka Goha is also really, really cool. So if we go and take a look at some of, like, Yuka Goha's cards, right? She has, like, Home Plate Pitcher, Home Plate Pinch Hitter. We also have Home Run Hitter. These are, like, the main bosses of the deck. There's nothing, like, super crazy going on, but these cards are, like, okay. So 2500 attack, obviously really good. Actually a nice defense value, which is quite nice for a 7-0 boss monster. Shuffle 3 level 4 fire attribute monsters from your graveyard into the deck. Gain 1500 attack, so got to 4000, which is really, really nice. And then if your life points are 1k or lower, you can make one face-up monster in your opponent's field lose 3000 attack. So that will most of the time put them down to 0, which is a 4000 direct attack, basically, if you kind of squint, which is actually really good. That could just close games really, really quickly, so really, really powerful. Then there's Home Run Hitter. This is kind of the main ace of the deck, which is if we have our field spell, which the field spell gives you 400 attack during your turn only, is on the field, send 2 face-up level 4 fire action monsters from your field to the graveyard, gain 2500 attack. This turn you can only attack with this card. So this one's a little bit awkward, but you can make it like a 5000 guy, which again you can attack over someone else's guy. Let's say it's a 3000, that's 2000 damage in. That can be enough to close out a game. So it's not like awful, but it's also not super great, right? Some of the other cards are like kind of whatever. We have Dododo Second, which lets you use it as 2 tributes. We have Go Umpire, which lets us put the field spell from the graveyard back into the deck to summon a fire attribute normal monster with 400 defense from your graveyard, which is just nice to get, like, again, extra material. So these cards are basically both used just to give us extra material, which is, like, fine. Then we'll go and take a look at some of the other cards that we will potentially be getting. So the first one is going to be the other boss monster, which is Grand Slam Dragon. 2000 attack, 2000 defense, not the best. But we can shuffle 3 fire attribute monsters from your graveyard into the deck to special summon a Home Run Hitter from your graveyard, and then this card gains 2000 attack. So that's a bit awkward, right? Because the Home Run Hitter can go up to 5000 attack, but then it's the only monster that can attack. So gaining this attack boost means you're not really wanting to use Home Run Hitter's effect. So you have this as a 4k and Home Run as a 25, which is, like, fine, but that's not, like, anything crazy. And don't forget, we still haven't got any way to beat defense position monsters. We have no piercing, we have no basically anything to, like, really get through any of that, so it's a little bit awkward. One of the things we could actually see is the Fire Beast stuff, because this stuff's probably going to come out somewhere. I could see this as being like an SR and lower archetype in a box. What else is there to talk about? There is the Stadium, which again just boosts fire monsters by 400 during your return only. There's the Tag Up Magic Sacrifice Force, which is pretty cool. Send a face-up fire attribute monster from your field to the graveyard. Special summon a level 8 fire attribute monster from your hand face up to the field. It's a little bit awkward to use, and it just gets out like a level 8 from your hand. And it's not really a discount, but you do get a free spell trap pop, so it could be okay. 4k and easy 2500, already 6k. But the thing is, right, if you're going for the 4k, then you have to make Pinch Hitter, right? And if you're going Pinch Hitter, that means you haven't gone Home Run Hitter or the Dragon. So in order to do all of that, you basically have to say that you've got 4 materials, you got both boss monsters in hand, and then you need your graveyard to be set up with, like, a Pinch Hitter or with a home run hitter, as well as all the fire monsters to use both Pinch Hitter and the Dragon's effects. Like, that's so much. That's so much. I think you really want a skill to sort it out. Heavy Roller is another card we could get, but this is like, it's a bit awkward because we haven't got any of the other real good consistency tools, so I don't know if we'll get Heavy Roller, but there's always a chance. The trap cards, again, are really good, and that's probably why we're not going to get them. Specifically, Gaga Guts is super good because it's when a monster on your field is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, so it has to be card effect. Special summon a fire attribute monster from your graveyard to your field in face-up defense position. Then if we summoned Home Run Hitter or Grand Slam Dragon, we can destroy a monster, which is really, really good. And then another Requesting 9, which is another special summon monster from the graveyard trap. We haven't got any of our special summon from graveyard traps, so I don't know how good either of these are going to be. Like, or should I say, I don't know if we're going to get either of these cards because we haven't got, like, Disco Ball, we haven't got the Worm version of this. There's so many traps that you just bring your bosses back from the graveyard, and we have none of them, so I don't know if we're going to get any of them, realistically. Then there is, like, the other potential cards. Like, there's a lot of Pyro cards we could be getting, because obviously we're getting the Manabu rerun, which means we should be expecting the Pyro fusions at some point, at which point we could get something like Splame, and Splame is really, really good. Shuffle 2 Pyro-type monsters from your graveyard into the deck. This turn, this name can be treated as the name of one level 8 or lower monster in your graveyard. Now, what some people have done in OCG is place Splame as like a little Pyro engine, stick it into any fusion deck, and then just use Splame as a fusion substitute for like anything, which is really, really good. So that's something to keep an eye on. Obviously, skills are more restrictive, so I don't know how much we'll see of that in Duel Links, but that is some potential there. And then obviously there's Methyl and Ethel, and there's like a few other bits and bobs, like some of the fusions we could expect. Alchemicalized Salamander is obviously really good. I don't know if we're going to get that this early. We could get Melel, because again, we're getting one of the genies, so we could get the other one. So there's like potential there. Let's go back and see if we have caught up. I don't know if the game ended or not. Okay, let's watch the end of this and see how this goes. Oh no, this is Nanao versus Infi Hearts. This is awkward. This was the Gozu game. So this is just the stream. So it looks like that stream has just ended. Let's hit live and see if this just like gets us to where we're going. So I have no idea if like it's finished, is it done? We can go and check out the tournament results, see if it's popped up on here. Is anything happening? It looks like the results haven't been reported yet, so I don't know if the tournament's finished or not. It's not easy to tell. I'm very lost right now. We are very lost. We don't know what's going on. We did a little yap sesh. Things still aren't where they should be. Who knows what's going on? Okay, well, rather than sit in limbo, I think what we're going to do is we are just going to call it there. We were going to do a little bit of speed, but I've got a bit of a headache. I don't really want to keep streaming at the moment, so we are just going to call it there. There won't be a Sunday stream, because one, I'm going to be a little bit busy on Sunday, and two, it's going to be WCQ weekend, so people are going to be playing in that. I'll probably try and play in it a bit as well. But what we should do is actually raid, because I think How's streaming. So we'll go ahead and raid How. We can send everyone over there. I believe he's doing some WCQ speed, so we'll go and hang out over there. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!